What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer. Overwatch 2's first ever Halloween event is only a few days away, so in today's video I wanted to real quickly run through all the details and information we already have regarding this upcoming event, and also share a bit of my own speculation and expectations on what all we might end up seeing with it. So jumping right on in, we know already that the dates for this upcoming Halloween event will be October 25th to November 8th. This means the event will be running for 2 weeks and covering the actual Halloween holiday of October 31st itself, which is actually a bit of a short run time. Back in Overwatch 1, we typically saw events run for 3 weeks in total, so it's kind of strange that they reduced it to just 2 weeks for this, but we do know there are a number of other changes in this upcoming event, so I'm sure that all plays into it. And speaking of said changes, let's take a look at what we know thus far regarding the new skins that'll be coming in this event, of which, at the time of me recording this video, we've already had 3 revealed. The 3 new skins are the Kiriko Witch skin, the Junker Queen Executioner skin, and the Reaper Pirate Captain skin. Now, a couple quick notes on these. The Ghost Pirate Reaper skin is actually going to be a skin that every player gets for free who logs in at any point between the start of the Halloween event on October 25th and the end of this first season, which is pretty cool, just us getting a free Halloween skin like this. This was announced as being part of Blizzard's compensation for all the launch issues with Overwatch 2, so personally I would have preferred if they'd, maybe just given us enough Overwatch coins to purchase a legendary skin, because as cool as this Reaper skin is, I'm sure there's quite a few people out there who maybe would have rather gotten a different skin, maybe you don't even play Reaper, but nonetheless, it is nice that Blizzard is at least giving us something. It's a nice little way to celebrate the Halloween event, I guess, getting a free legendary Halloween skin, so that's all well and cool. The other 2 skins I mentioned, the Witch, Kiriko, and Junker Queen skins, were very briefly shown off in some of the teaser promotional material for this upcoming event. We even got a little teaser of what looks like a new highlight intro for Kiriko, where she twirls around a broom in her Witch skin, so I don't know if this highlight intro is going to be part of the event as well, or if this is going to be something that ends up showing up in the Overwatch shop sometime later, but nonetheless, we do know that these 3 skins in particular will be coming with the event. Now, beyond this, we don't know just yet, at least at the time of me recording this video. For all I know, maybe Blizzard has shown off some skin teasers by the time you're actually watching this, but beyond these 3 skins, at this current point in time, we don't know if there's going to be any other skins beyond these. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say there probably will be, because if the event consists of only 3 new legendary skins, that seems a little bit lackluster. I imagine there's going to be something else, even if it's just other epic skins on top of these 3 legendaries. I'm sure there'll be more skins than just these 3, but we'll just have to wait and see. As many of you longtime Overwatch fans of course know, historically Blizzard always teased many of the upcoming skins for each event during the days leading up to the event actually starting, so I don't know if Blizzard is going to be planning to do that again with events in Overwatch 2. It certainly seems possible, so I would keep an eye out on social media to see if Blizzard drops any further teasers or hints regarding this event. They already had the event announcement post they shared a couple days ago showing off that, hey, there's an event coming, but we'll have to wait and see if any further skins get teased via this method as well. Now, one other little quick note that I think is worth addressing when it comes to skins is that Sojourn and Ashe specifically almost certainly aren't going to be getting new skins. And the reason I say this is because we actually see Sojourn and Ashe alongside Kiriko and the Junker Queen as part of the new PvE event hero lineup, which I will be talking about more in just a second, and Sojourn we see wearing her Cyber Detective skin, which is part of this season's cyberpunk skin theme, and Ashe is wearing her old Warlock skin from Overwatch 1. So my thoughts is that if either of these heroes were getting a new Halloween legendary skin, we would probably see it featured here instead of one of these older skins, so the fact that we don't see a new skin on either of them probably means they aren't going to be getting one. Now, one other thing which I wanted to real briefly touch on when it comes to the skins for this upcoming Halloween event is how exactly we're going to actually end up getting them. I've seen some people talk about maybe there's going to be like a limited seasonal event type battle pass, which you unlock the skins by just like playing during the event. After all, Blizzard did advertise the event as being a free limited time event. However, if I'm being brutally honest, I am not expecting most, if any of these skins, other than the Reaper skin, to actually be unlockable for free. When they say free limited time event, I'm almost certain they're referring exclusively to the PvE game mode mode for this, the Wrath of the Bride experience being the free portion of it, and then the other skins being Kiriko's, Junker Queen's, and whoever else ends up getting one, most likely being paid for in the Overwatch 2 shop, the same way we've seen thus far with the Cyberpunk skins and other skins along those lines. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe Blizzard ends up giving us some skins for free, which would be phenomenal, but just considering how Blizzard has managed the monetization of Overwatch 2 thus far, I personally am not getting my hopes up for us getting any free skins aside from the Reaper skin, which is already announced to be free. But speaking of the PvE mission, now let's talk a little bit about that. Thus far, it has been discussed by Blizzard that there will be a new PvE experience of some kind with this event, which is being labeled as Wrath of the Bride. Now, it seems like this is supposed to be a sort of sequel to the original Junkenstein's Revenge PvE mission we had in Overwatch 1, although at this point, we don't know what exactly this all entails. Blizzard did release an article on their website detailing a sort of in-universe story context for this upcoming PvE experience, where it basically just indicates that the events of this new PvE mode are going to be a sequel to Junkenstein's Revenge, and it doesn't really tell us anything else too interesting beyond that. It's just a nice little flavor text bit building up to the excitement of the new event, but unfortunately doesn't give us too much to really delve into, at least not at this point in time. Now, another thing to take note of is that many of these screenshots we've actually gotten thus far of this upcoming mission does feature the 4 characters I mentioned previously, Sojourn, Kiriko, Junker Queen, and Ashe, which is probably going to be indicating that for this PvE mission, these are going to be the 4 main characters we play. Now, there could end up being an all-heroes mode, like what we saw with past PvE game modes in Overwatch 1, or maybe these are just the main 4 out of like 8 or so that are actually selectable for this mission, but at the very least, it's safe to say that these 4 heroes will be featured in the PvE mode. Now, on top of this, it's worth noting that many of the images we see seem to actually be set within the Eichenwald Castle itself. The Overwatch 1 Junkenstein's Revenge PvE game mode was set outside the castle gates, but with this being a new PvE experience, I'm curious to see if it ends up being set within the castle itself, or if at the very least there are parts of this mission which take place within the castle. Now, certainly it's not guaranteed to be the case, this is just my own speculation based off of the images they've shown, but it would be really cool if we got a sort of mix-up where maybe it's less of a defending the castle type mission and maybe is instead a bit more of a raid or offensive type mission where we have to get into the castle and maybe fight through some hordes of enemies. We'll have to wait and see, but it does seem like a very realistic possibility just based off of the promotional material they've shown off thus far. Digging a bit deeper into speculation, specifically for the PvE game mode, it is worth noting that a major component of Overwatch 2 and its development was, and I guess still is, the upcoming major PvE side of the game, which was originally the main reason for them making Overwatch 2, and then it sort of spiraled into chaos and development hell. Let's not get into that in this video, but regardless, I think it's safe to say that we see some of these upcoming new PvE features at the very least be sort of play-tested or demoed in a sense in this Halloween PvE game mode. I mean, if Blizzard has been working for 3+ years at this point on a designated PvE game experience, I would be surprised if some of the mechanics and advancements in AI and different stuff for the different enemy types and whatnot didn't end up making their way into this new Junkenstein experience. Again, we don't know any specific details, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some interesting changes that sort of end up foreshadowing what we can expect later down the line with the full-scale PvE experience. Could end up being something as simple as new enemy types that make use of new AI or new, I don't know, pathfinding mechanics for different enemy types we might encounter later on. Maybe we'll even end up seeing a very rudimentary version of the hero talent system. I think that might be asking a little too much for this initial event at the very least, but definitely would be something I'd be excited to see. So overall, I wouldn't recommend getting your hopes up too much for the PvE. I don't think we're going to see anything comparable to what we end up seeing next year with the full PvE release, but I think we could potentially be seeing some little tweaks and changes that sort of hint at things to come, at least when it comes to a gameplay mechanical sort of sense. Anyways, that'll do it for this quick video. Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts, hopes, and expectations for the upcoming Overwatch 2 Halloween event by dropping a comment down below. Are you excited to get to try out the new PvE game mode, or maybe you're excited to get some of these new skins? Either way, I'd love to hear from you, and as always, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, hit up that bell icon, and come join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 content, and special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. And otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.